getting through on the phone. It's one of the biggest complaints about GP surgeries. Here in South London, Sim Kumar thinks he's solved the problem at his surgery.
Good morning, Dr. Bash's surgery.
They've put in a new phone system called Surgery Line. It filters and directs calls. It allows patients to cancel appointments by leaving a message. It speeds up access.
We don't have the engaged tone anymore, yes, they get music if they're waiting, but there's not an engaged tone. And I think that's got to be a benefit for everyone.
But is it? The new phone system uses an 0844 number, and it's left some patients unhappy.
Okay, and the mirror.
Patients like Sue Davis. Sue lost her leg to cancer and often has to call her GP. She was horrified when her surgery changed to an 0844 number.
You'd expect your doctor's surgery round the corner to be a local call. Those calls, those charges, should actually appear on this page with all the zeros. Shouldn't cost me anything at all.
0844 numbers are premium rates, but they're not the most expensive. In fact, they're officially known as low-call numbers. So, how do the costs break down? Well, an ordinary call from a landline to a local number will cost you about 3 or 4 pence a minute. It depends a bit on your tariff. But an 0844 number is more expensive. It's a flat rate, 5p a minute. What's interesting about 0844 numbers is that they're revenue sharing. So some of the money goes to the telephone company, but at least 2p from every call goes to the GP. And what do GPs do with that money? They use it to pay for their new phone system.
I would hope the extra cost which they're paying is not so detrimental and is far outweighed by the better service they're providing.
But should patients be paying for their GP's phone system? At Howard Stokes Surgery, they've also fitted a whiz-bang new system, but they paid for it themselves.
There's no reason why the patient should be expected to pay to access the service. That, as a point of principle, is wrong. And secondly, it may seem like a small amount of money, but somebody phoning from a mobile, somebody on a fixed or low income, that can add up.
Around 1,200 GP surgeries are now using 0844 numbers. They say it isn't expensive and improves access. But critics say this undermines the most basic NHS principle, free at the point of use.
So, Graham, some patients concerned about it. What do the government say, though, in response?
Well, the government has said two things. One, that GPs shouldn't charge more than it costs for a local call for people to contact their GP. But at the same time, they're saying it's OK for GPs to use these 0844 numbers, which, as we've just seen, are more expensive. I think the government does recognise that there is some flummery about this. I mean, people are worried about this because they're saying there's a new generation of numbers coming out, 0300 numbers, and they're saying GPs should move to those. They are a local call rate, and the key thing about 0300 numbers is you can put them in your free list of numbers. They count as a local call, so that should be better. But I think what critics are most worried about this is not really the cost, I mean, it's 2p a call, but it's the principle. If GPs can charge you for the phone call, can they charge you for other bits of equipment? Is this the thin end of the wedge?
OK, Graham, thank you very much.